Good morning, students. Today, now I am going to introduce you an accounting lesson, especially for those who are going to sit for the examination in 2023. The students who attended the new classes in the schools. Right, students, now you see, now accounting is a main subject of commerce stream, so that if you are having good knowledge of accounting, it may be easy for you to manage the other two subjects as well, so that your awareness should be made to this subject. And then my target is to make you aware of some part of accounting lesson. Now students, this is my first video that I offer for you based on accounting, so that I have selected a simple part, small part of accounting as a for a students who study the subject basically. Now, students, you may have learned this subject if you have done uh, this accounting and business studies for your O-level examination. So, whatever if you have done O-level business and accounting study or not, for advanced level, we start the subject at the very beginning, so that I am going to make you aware of a small part of accounting today as the first video that I am going to release. Right now, students, in accounting, there are 5 types of accounts. In accounting, there are 5 types of account. First one is that is asset account. First one is that is assets account. The other one is that is equity accounts. Equity account. The other one is that is liability account. The other one is liability account. Liability account. Next one is that is income account. Income account. The other one is expense account. Expense account. Now these are the 5 types of accounts in accounting. Now among these major accounting parts, today I am going to make you aware of how assets, equity, and liability are interconnected. That is my target. So that just remember our lesson that I am going to introduce you, that is accounting equation. Accounting equation. So that my lesson is today accounting equation. Accounting equation. So then, what do you mean by accounting equation? What do you mean by accounting equation? Very simply, students, accounting equation is the mathematical relationship among assets, equity, and liability. The mathematical relationship among assets, equity, and liability. So that just remember, we are going to discuss that accounting equation from very basic part, accounting equation. Now assume that students, now assume that after your advanced level examination, you are going to start a business. You are going to start a business after your advanced level examination. Then if you start the business, you should have some assets. You should have some assets, which means your ownership. That is assets. Then you see here assets, and then you should have some equity. You should have some equity. Now, if you are going to start a business by using your own ownership, your own money, your own equity, then our accounting equation, the mathematical relationship between assets and equity remains as assets equals Now, if you are not going to obtain any amount from outside to do your business, your total assets is going to be equal to your total equity. Right. Now I am going to give you a simple example. How accounting equation is described. Now, students, keep in mind that you are going to start a business. Then, when you start the business, you invest rupees 300,000 into the business. You are going to introduce 300,000 into the business. Then see how it is recorded in the accounting equation. Now, your total of equity that you are going to invest into the business is how much? 300,000. 300,000. So that your equity is how much? 300,000. And then when you invest 300,000, your total of business assets is going to be how much? That is 300,000. Now you can identify that if you are not having any external bond, any external liability, total of assets is going to be total of equity. Total of equity. So that if a businessman starts a business investing his own money, his own assets, total of assets are going to be equal to total of equity. Now, this is the basics of accounting equation. Now, in the second transaction, now assume that you need to expand your business. You need to expand your business. So that to expand your business, you are not having enough money with you. So that you decide to obtain a bank loan from a recognized bank. Now, your amount of bank loan is, assume that how much? 150,000. You are going to obtain a bank loan 150,000. Then, with the obtaining of bank loan, you are having now an external bond. You are going to have an external bond. Now, this is external bond is called liability. It is called liability. Now, your accounting equation expands as assets equals to equity plus liability. Now, after the second transaction, then you can identify with the obtaining of 150,000 bank loan, your asset, which means cash, increased by how much? 150,000. 150,000. Your cash asset increased by 150,000. Yet, you are not investing any amount after this 300,000. Then there is no effect on your equity, remains unchanged after this transaction. Then what happened is that due to this obtaining of bank loan, your liability, another liability is created. What is the value of that liability? That is 150,000. 150,000. So that due to this second transaction, what happened is that your liability, that is bank loan, is increased by 150,000. There is no any effect on your equity, so that equity remains unchanged. It remains unchanged, and then your asset, especially cash, is increased by, that is 150,000 after the second transaction. Now, students, now so far we have continued to study the basic things of accounting, so that I once again I am give you a simple summary of what we did earlier. Now here you see the first transaction, Rumini invested rupees 300,000 into the business. Show how it is depicted through the accounting equation. So that you see there is no external liability appears, then total assets should be equal to total equity. So that due to this first transaction, what happened is that asset, which is cash, increased by 300,000, and then equity increased by 300,000. There is no liability. So that rupees thousands, here I mentioned rupees thousands. So that total closing balance is assets 300,000 and then equity 300,000. There is no external liability appears in the business. Right. Now look at the second transaction. She obtained a bank loan, that is 150,000. Now here you see assets equals equity plus liability. This is the accounting equation. Now I am going to take number of columns now. Here cash. You see now equity is mentioned as capital, and then here liability is mentioned as bank loan. Now earlier, after the first transaction, you see the closing balance after the first transaction was asset 300,000, equity 300,000, no liability. Now closing balance of the previous transaction, now I am going to take it as the opening balance of after the first transaction, before the second transaction. Here you see the opening balance, previously closing balance. Now opening balance is cash 300,000 and then capital or equity 300,000. Earlier there was no liability. Now after the second transaction, after obtaining 150,000 bank loan, after the second transaction, you can see how cash increased by 150,000. How cash increased by 150,000, and there is no any effect on that is equity, owner's equity, and then external liability, that is bank loan, is increased by 150,000. Now so that you can understand, due to this transaction, what happened is that cash or assets increased by 150,000, no effect on equity, and then bank loan increased by 150,000, which is the liability. So in the end of recording the second transaction, you can get a closing balance. What the total of cash balance? 300,000 plus 150,000 equals 450,000. And then here equity or capital 300,000 only. And then liability or bank loan 150,000. Then in the end of the second transaction, you can see that total assets 450,000, total equity plus liability 450,000. Now this is the end of the second transaction. Now move on to the third transaction. I told you that I am going to explain you how 20 transactions would affect the accounting equation. Now look at the third transaction that occurred in the business. She purchased a land costing 50,000. She purchased a land costing 50,000. Now transaction number, assets, and then equity plus liability, which is the accounting equation basis. Now in the business, now there are two assets. There are two assets. One is cash. The other one is, now we are going to purchase a land. Then assets can be categorized into two categories, namely cash and land. And then equity, capital, and then bank loan. Now, earlier the closing balance of cash, now it is going to be the opening balance. Earlier there was no land, so that here no opening land balance. Earlier equity balance was, that is 300,000. Now it is going to be the opening balance now. Earlier liability or bank loan was 150,000. Now it is going to be the opening balance. Now record how third transaction, purchase of a land 50,000, how third transaction affect the accounting equation. Then due to this transaction, what happened? You purchase the land. When you purchase the land asset increased by 50,000. So that 50,000 plus. And then when you purchase land by using your business cash is outflowing or cash is going out of the business. So that cash amount decreases. And then there is no any effect on equity. There is no any effect on liability. So that in the end of recording the third transaction, closing balance is, cash balance is 450,000 minus 50,000 equals 400,000. Land balance 50,000 and then closing balance is 50,000. Equity or capital 300,000 and then liability bank loan 150,000. Then total of asset, both land and cash. Then you see 450,000. Equity plus liability, you can find it out as 450,000. Once again, in the end of recording the third transaction, total of assets 450,000, total of equity plus liability 450,000. Just try to understand. Right. Students, now I am going to introduce you the fourth transaction. Look at the fourth transaction. She purchased a building costing rupees 60,000. Transaction number, assets. Now assets comprises of three items: cash, and then earlier we purchased land. Now we are going to purchase a building. So that asset comprises of three items. And then capital equity remains capital, and then bank loan as liability. Now in the end of the third transaction, we were able to find out the closing balance. Now this closing balance is going to be the opening balance of this table. Now here cash amount is 400,000 and then here it becomes the opening balance. Land closing balance is 50,000. Now it becomes the opening balance. Earlier there was no building, so that there is no opening balance of building. And then earlier capital balance was 300,000. Now it is going to be the opening balance. Earlier bank loan or liability 150,000. Now it is going to be the opening balance. Now see how fourth transaction affect the accounting equation. Now due to this purchase of building, what happened? A building is coming into the business. The business is getting an ownership of new building. And then when you purchase this building, your cash amount is going out of the business. So that cash 60,000 is outflowing of the business. There is no effect on equity. There is no effect on liability. And then in result is closing balance is after the fourth transaction, and then cash 400,000 minus 60,000 equals 340,000. Land remains unchanged, and then building, now another building is there in the business, an additional asset 60,000. And then here equity remains unchanged, liability remains unchanged. Total of equity plus liability 450,000. Here total of assets becomes 450,000, comprising building 60,000, land 50,000, cash 340,000. This is the result in the end of the fourth transaction. Right. I feel that in this manner it is easy for you to identify and recognize how each transaction affect the accounting equation. Right. Now students, look at the fifth transaction. We are going to introduce another asset to the business. What is it? She purchased a motor vehicle costing 40,000. Now here rupees thousands, so that you can omit 3 zeros here. Now our counting equation or the table transaction number, assets equal equity plus liability, and then assets comprise of 4 items. Now earlier 3 items, now another asset is coming into the business: cash, land, building. The new motor vehicle is coming into the business. No change in capital equity, no change in liability, bank loan. Now in the end of the fourth transaction, we were having a closing balance. Now that closing balances are going to be the opening balance when we introduce the fifth transaction. Now cash balance, earlier 340,000, now it is going to be the opening balance. Earlier 50,000. Land, now it is going to be the opening balance. Now earlier building was 60,000, now it is going to be the opening balance. Earlier there was no motor vehicle in the business, so that no opening balance of motor vehicle. Capital 300,000 earlier, bank loan 150,000 earlier. Right. Now see how fifth transaction is applied to the accounting equation. See the fifth transaction. Due to this fifth transaction, what happened? A new motor vehicle is coming into our business, so that motor vehicle increased by 40,000. And when you purchase this motor vehicle, you have to spend 40,000 worth cash, so that cash amount is outflowing of the business. Then end result is, due to this transaction, cash decreased by 40,000, motor vehicle increased by 40,000, no effect on land, no effect on building, no effect on capital, no effect on liability. End result is closing balance is 340,000 minus 40,000 equal 300,000, 50,000, 60,000, and then 40,000, and then 300,000, and then 150,000. Total of equity plus liability is 450,000. Total of assets comprising motor vehicle, building, land, cash, total is 450,000 in the end of introducing the fifth transaction. I feel that you are able to understand very easily. It is very simple for you to understand. Right. Now look at, I am going to introduce you the fifth transaction, sixth transaction. She purchased the machine. Continuously, I am introducing new assets to the business, because you see at the beginning of the business, you have to acquire some assets to start the business and continue the business. Now here she purchased the machine costing 25,000 from ABC Traders. ABC Traders. This is a credit. This is a supply. This is ABC Traders is the supplier of this machine. So that just remember, students, due to this introduction of new machine, a new liability is created for us. A new liability is created for us. New external bond is created for us. That is ABC. So that our liability expands. Earlier we were having only a bank loan. Now we are having another creditor by the name of the creditor ABC. ABC. Then liability comprises of bank loan and ABC. And then here assets comprised of another asset which is called machine. Now total of assets comprises what? Cash, land, building, motor vehicle, machine. Now then look at the opening balance. Earlier closing balances, now going to be the opening balance. 300,000 here opening balance, 50,000 opening balance, 60,000 opening balance, then motor vehicle opening balance. Earlier there was no machine, so that there is no opening balance of machine. Now 300,000 and 150,000 Earlier, there was no creditor for us like ABC. Now start how, apply how, six transaction affected the accounting equation. Due to this transaction, no cash is coming out, going out or coming in. No inflowing or outflowing of cash. No effect on land. No effect on building. No effect on motor vehicle. Then a new machine is coming into the business. So that machine value increased by 25,000. No effect on capital. No effect on bank loan. Another creditor is created as ABC increased by 25,000. See the closing balance or the end result after the sixth transaction. Remains unchanged, remains unchanged, remains unchanged. Motor vehicle remains unchanged. Here, machine 25,000, capital remains unchanged 300,000, remains unchanged 150,000, and then ABC 25,000. In the end of the sixth transaction, the closing balance. Now it is getting complex. Accounting equation is getting complex now with the introduction of new items in the accounting equation. Now in the examination, students in the examination, new syllabus was introduced in 2019 for the first time, and the students sat for the new syllabus in 2019 first batch sat for the examination, second batch for 2020, and then in 2019 paper, accounting equation related question was there in the paper. It carried 40 marks. It carries 40 marks. Even in the 2020 paper, accounting equation related question carried 40 marks. So that paper setters are paying attention much on this area. So that, and also just keep it in mind, I myself introduce this accounting equation as the heart of accounting, as the heart of accounting, which means very important for any application of financial accounting. So that if the students are not having well awareness of this area, now students are having problems with regard to financial accounting. This I invite, so that I invite all the students to be thorough with this area, that is accounting equation. I myself introduce two important applications in accounting. The most important application. First one is accounting equation. I emphasize that it is like the heart of a person. For accounting, knowledge of accounting equation is like heart, which is more important. And then the other part is what we call double entry system of recording transactions. Double entry is the liver, as I feel, because liver and heart are the most important body parts of our life. Liver and heart. If you are not having liver or heart, you are unable to exist. So that keep in mind, if accounting equation is liver and then double entry system is heart and liver, then you should be well aware of these areas if you are going to offer the subject for the advanced level. Right. Now I am going to introduce you the seventh transaction. Seventh transaction. She purchased a stock costing 50,000 on credit. She purchased the stock costing 50,000 on credit. You see, students, with the introduction of seventh transaction, another asset component is created in the business. That is the stock. That is the stock. Now, with the introduction of stock, this transaction, in addition to motor vehicle and machine, another asset is coming into the business, that is stock. So that assets comprises of cash, land, building, motor vehicle, machine, then equity, capital, bank loan, ABC. Now this is a credit purchase. It is a credit purchase. Due to this credit purchase, trade payable or credit. Trade payable or credit. Now students keep it mind, well, you can't apply this credit purchase to ABC because the reason is that this credit purchase is for resale, trading credit purchase. If a business purchases trading goods on credit, you have to pay attention on separate column trade payable creditor. This is trading creditor. This is ABC is a non-trading creditor. ABC is a non-trading creditor. Trade payable is a trading creditor. Trade payable or this can be taken as creditors. Creditors. Trade creditors. Now look at the separate column trade creditors column or trade payable column and then stock column. Due to second transaction, now you see as usual closing balance of the previous table are going to be the opening balance of this table. Now stock earlier was not available, so that no opening balance of stock. Earlier there was no trade payable value, so that now no opening value. Look at the application of the seventh transaction. Due to this purchase of stock on credit, no effect on cash, no effect on land, no effect on building, no effect on motor vehicle, no effect on machine. What happened? Stock increased by 50,000. Stock increased by 50,000. No effect. No effect on bank loan. No effect on ABC. And then trade payable increased by 50,000. In the end of the transaction, recording transaction, look at the closing balances. Closing balances. Now here, total of assets should be equal to total of equity plus liability. Total of equity plus liability. After the seventh transaction, you know that this is the end result of seven transactions. Cash balance, and then land balance, and then building balance, motor vehicle, machine, stock. Now you see, in the end of recording this transaction, once again, total of assets equals to total of equity plus liability. She sold stock costing rupees 10,000 for rupees 15,000 on credit. Pay attention on credit. On credit. This is a credit sale. Now, due to this credit sale, what happened? A new debtor is created. A new debtor is created. Students, debtor, or you can say trade receivable. Debtor, or you can call it as trade receivable. Trade receivable. Then, due to this transaction, another asset is created which is called trade receivable or debtors. Now look at how it is recorded in the accounting equation. Now earlier, after the seventh transaction, closing balance is going to be the opening balance of this table. You see, opening balances. Earlier there was no debtor or trade receivable, and then trade receivable, no opening balance, and then we are going to apply the 8th transaction to the accounting equation. Now look at that. Due to this transaction, cost of 10,000 worth stock is going out of the business. Stock worth 10,000 is going out of the business, so that stock decreased by 10,000. A new debtor is created, trade receivable is created, value of sales income is 15,000. Now just keep in mind that 10,000 worth stock is sold for 15,000. You are having a profit of 5,000. Due to profit, what happened? Capital increases. Capital increases. So that capital increased by 5,000 This is the profit. Now look at that. This is the sales income. This is the cost of sale or expense over this income. Generated income, that generated profit is 5,000. So that 10,000 stock is going out. Debtors or trade receivable 15,000 is created. Our profit is 5,000. Due to profit, your equity or owner's equity increases. Then end result, capital increased by 5,000. Then earlier opening balance 300,000, now 305,000. Here debtor closing balance is 15,000 and then stock closing balance is going to be 40,000. Then once again, then total of assets equals to total of equity plus liability. Just this is how we completed. Now so that you see most of the students feel that this area is difficult, but you see students remember it is very easy. It is very easy. The way of application, the way of presentation decides how it should be understood by a student. Now that is why with my 26 years of experience as a teacher, I know that how this simple application should be applied with students. Now look at the next transaction. She purchased stock costing 60,000 and paid only 20,000. Now look at the transaction, another transaction. Now I emphasize how a business is expanded with the introduction of new transactions. Understood? Right. Now look at purchase of stock costing 60,000 and then paid only 20,000. You purchase stock costing 60,000 but you pay only 20,000. Your payable amount is, that is 40,000. 40,000 means payable. Payable means trade payable or creditors. Trading creditors. Already we are having a trade payable account, a trade payable column. Trade payable column. No additional column is needed. Now look at the closing balance after the 8th transaction. Going to be the opening balance of the 9th transaction application. Now here you see the closing balances of this column are going to be the opening balances of this column. Now look at how transaction is applied in the accounting equation. She purchased a stock costing 60,000, paid. You have paid 20. Due to this payment, what happened? Cash decreased by 20. And then how much of stock is coming into the business? That is 60,000. 60,000 stock is coming into the business, so that stock increased by 60,000. Though the cost of the purchase goods is, that is 60,000, you have paid only 20,000. Then your payable amount is how much? Trade payable 40,000. Due to this transaction, you have to pay 40,000 in future, which is trade payable or trading creditors. Then trading creditors increased by 40,000, stock increased by 40,000, and then here look at the values in the either side of values. Here minus 20 and then plus 60. End result is plus 40 equals to plus 40. Understood? And then in the end, closing balance. Total of assets once again is going to be equal to total of equity plus liability. Right. Next, 10th transaction. Look at the 10th transaction. She paid trade payables 30,000 to cover up 40,000 rupees. 10,000 is discount. she paid, she means Rovini, the business owner paid trade payable 30,000 to cover up 40,000. You see, she paid 30,000 cash, but you see, she covered up 40,000 out of the trade payable. Now 10,000 is a discount. See how it is recorded. Now closing balance of the previous table are going to be the opening balances of this table. Look at that. Here the changes were occurred to a trade payable, earlier 50, now it's 90,000. Opening balance 90,000. Earlier stock was 40,000, now it has become 100,000. Here opening balance is 100,000. Others are not having any changes. And then here there is a change. Earlier 300,000. Now you see after transaction 280. Now opening balance is 280. Due to this transaction, see what happened. We have paid only 30,000. So that cash outflowing is 30,000. Cash outflowing is 30,000. Now you see trade payable subtracted by 40 because we paid 30,000 to cover up 40,000 trade payable loan creditors. Then creditors decreased by 40,000. And then to cover up to settle 40,000 creditors, we paid only 30,000. So that we are having a profit of or income of 10,000, which is called discount received. Discount received. Discount received is an income. So that income is applied to equity. Due to income, equity increases. Just keep in mind, if there is an expense, equity decreases. If there is an income, equity increases. So that here equity increases. Early equity was, that is 305. Now increased by 10. Now closing balance is 350. Now here you can understand trade payable earlier 90,000 decreased by 40. Now remaining balance is 50,000. Now here cash earlier 280,000 and then decreased by 30. Now it becomes 250,000. So that in the end of the 10th transaction, students, or closing balances of each asset item, total of assets is going to be equal to total of equity plus liability. Now just keep it in mind, well, then however much transactions are applied to the accounting equation, and then in the end of application, total of assets should be equal to total of equity. Now that is the base. That is the basic that we have to understand. Then students, I feel that you are able to understand what I taught today. Then in the next video, I am going to discuss further 10 transactions. I feel that all the students, sometimes newcomers to the subject, or the students who are having knowledge over accounting already, all those students can understand this very in a simple manner. So that I feel that you would be able to understand. Then with that understanding, you can watch the other video when I release the next second video with that introduction of transaction 11 up to 20, and then this is a loan discussion. This is a loan discussion. This is a loan discussion. Then after applying these transactions to the accounting equation, we are going to discuss how to prepare the income statement, how to prepare the statement of financial position, how to calculate net profit using various methods. For example, how to calculate net profit by using net assets approach, how to calculate net profit by preparing an income statement, how to calculate net profit by using the accounting equation, how to calculate the net profit by subtracting income expenses from income. Just so that students, I feel that though this is a simple example for you to understand, through this example, we can cover up, you see, a wider area of the subject, which is recommended for the advanced in the examination. Definitely, this area carries 40 marks in the examination. So that I believe that, I wish that you would be understand what I explained today. Now, in a future lesson, I am going to introduce you next 10 transactions and with lot of applications, and I wish as soon as possible I'll release the second video as well. Then till then, goodbye. Welcome all your suggestions.